Welcome to another episode of Game Boy Roulette, where we take a look at randomly chosen games from the Game Boy library. Home Alone. Aw, just missed the holiday season. Of the many movies that got released in the 90s, one of the most memorable and most beloved even to this day is Home Alone. The story of Kevin McAllister being left at home and having to defend his house from bumbling bandits remains a Christmas-time classic for its combination of slapstick comedy and surprisingly heartwarming moments. In fact, in researching this video, I discovered that Home Alone was the second highest grossing movie of 1990, second only to Ghost. But come on, of these two movies, which one do you think had more potential to be a video game? Yeah, that's what I thought. So of course, video games came calling, the most well-known of which was an NES game with the odd gimmick of having a set 20-minute time limit. Your goal was to evade the wet bandits during that time. And even odder, the game was made by Bethesda, no doubt paving the way for Elder Scrolls VI: Chicago Suburbs. However, the Game Boy version was made by Imagineering, a company who was all over the place in terms of quality. Oh, and lest we forget, we've already looked at Home Alone 2 on Game Boy Roulette, and that one was, well, a mess. It played super awkwardly, it had unappealing graphics, and the gameplay was a bizarre mishmash that did not work in the least. Honestly, I have no clue how this is gonna go. Could be fun, or could be the gaming equivalent of, say, Home Alone 4. And the moment you saw which game we were playing, you knew what the box art was gonna be. It's the most iconic image from the movie. Of course it's just gonna be Kevin screaming. Seriously, if you weren't around in the early 90s, it's hard to overstate how popular this face was. Can the original fare better than the sequel? Let's get trapping with Home Alone. Ooh. Well, that's a nice title screen. Home Alone. Who is that? Is that supposed to be Joe Pesci? I hope that wasn't supposed to be Joe Pesci, but it probably was. Let's do this. Oh, God, hi. Great to be out of the slammer, Harry. Oh, look at these faces. What about oh, we have a title. There it is, right there, Home Alone. All that stuff, Jules VCR. Oh, I see, they're stealing VCRs. Got it. Aha. Video games, I tell you. Oh, what? So, A to jump, B to pew pew, and we have a slingshot. Oh, cool, we can just sort of run around grabbing things. Oh, hi. Okay, he's... What? Well, what am I supposed to do? Oh, wait a sec! That's gonna show stuff... Okay. You know what? This is based on the SNES version. So there were two... There was like the Home Alone for NES, where you had to survive for 20 minutes. But then there was the Super Nintendo version, and I remember that one because it's the first game I ever played for the Super Nintendo at Toys R Us. And you just have to run around collecting pizza in the shower. What? There's something weird about Kevin McAllister's body in this game. I can't put my finger on it. Oh god, how many Joe Pescis are there? Is this supposed to be Joe Pesci? So, unfortunately, you do have to be careful with your... Yeah, there's the face. You do have to be careful with your jumps. It is kind of tough to jump over the bad guys. So yeah, the idea of the game is to just run around grabbing as much stuff as you can and putting it in the vault. Hey. Hey. Hey, walk onto this. Oh, this is gonna be so funny. Darn it. Oh! Oh my god, I'm a genius. This ain't bad, actually. I'm enjoying this. Hey! Oh, shoot, I didn't know he could do that. Darn. Yeah, the controls are actually pretty good. This is effortlessly better than Home Alone 2. It's insane how much better this is. I love the fact that you can just grab pizza from the drawers, just like in real life. See? Oh, that's where Mom and Dad keep their giant sack of money. I'm not gonna lie, I really wasn't expecting to like this game, but it's pretty good so far. Wait, how do I... Oh, you have to hold down. Oh, that's weird. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. So here's the problem, it seems like there's no real way to get by the enemies. You have to jump over them very carefully. What? Okay, I guess there is a way, you kinda have to use the environment. What? Oh, I stepped on a cactus? Question mark? I was really not expecting this to be this fun, but I'm actually enjoying myself here. It is a little difficult. No! Damn it. But yeah, it's not perfect. It's kind of tough to get by the enemies. The controls are good, but not amazing. It's a little slippery. Are there levels? Wait. Well, hang on. Now I'm realizing I don't know if there's, like, multiple levels. No, Joe Pesci. No. No, 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 no. Why am I into Home Alone the video game? Oh, a baseball. I'm gonna mess someone up. Alright. We did it. We saved it all. Now what? Oh, do you have to go to the basement, maybe? Yeah, you know what? I bet you have to go to the basement and lock it in. Wow. That was tremendously disappointing. Let's leave and never speak of it again. Oh! I bet that locked door is open now. Or they just dropped the key next to it. What do you mean, oh no? Oh, there's spiders down here. I don't remember this part of the movie. Oh, this is weird. You have to control them by jumping. Ow. Okay, the game is not meant for this. This part is a definite misstep. Giant spider! Oh, I see. Well, Kevin's dead. Oh, God. What? Oh, his tooth shimmered. That's adorable. Oh, man. Okay, so there are definitely flaws. I think... Oh, cool, he's dead because of the, banana peel. I think having to do some actual, like, careful platforming was a mistake. But it's also shockingly good for the most part. Even with a couple missteps, the gameplay is kind of fun. It's a unique, you know, gameplay loop. You have to learn to do dodges like that. Yeah. Home Alone for the Game Boy? Cannot believe I'm saying this. Pretty good. And the best part of the game, there's as much toilet pizza as you could ever want. Well, screw you too, Kevin. Further proof that the original is always better than the sequel. Most licensed games went with generic side-scrolling platformers, like we saw in Home Alone 2. So imagine my surprise when this one not only has its own unique take on platforming, but ends up being a pretty darn fun game to boot. I like the idea of the challenge not focused on tricky jumps or even defeating enemies, but more evading them using the environment while you went on a collectathon. It not only was a fun gameplay loop, but it kinda matches Home Alone well, with Kevin protecting his house from burglars and saving valuables. It was a smart move to port the SNES version rather than the NES one, because the SNES version really was the stronger game. The game also had really solid controls for the gameplay, but that's kinda where we run into a problem. See, the controls worked well for evading criminals and collecting, but then the game took an abrupt shift into more standard platforming with the basement, where it really didn't work. I think the game would have worked even better if it was just the collectathon. Trying to shoehorn in what felt like a standard video gamey level, including a boss fight with a giant spider of all things, did take away from the experience. Not by much, admittedly, since it was only a few rooms, but enough so that it was noticeable. But that rather bizarre choice aside, this was the rare case of a surprisingly fun game based on a movie. It makes a few missteps, no doubt, but I think there's still enough to recommend the game, because it's an enjoyable and unique game, especially given the circumstances. Now, on to the next Home Alone game. On second thought, let's quit while we're ahead. And that's all for another episode of Game Boy Roulette. Make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe to follow the series as we continue to dig through the Game Boy vault. I'm Brian J, and I'll see you next time.